In the midst of missile attacks and explosions, as many as 500,000 men, women, and children living in Ukraine have fled their homes, seeking asylum. People have left for neighboring countries, the majority heading to Poland, many with just a suitcase and the clothes on their backs. NewsNation's Robert Sherman is live on the Ukraine-Poland border with more. And Robert, you've spoken with several refugees there about their experience. What are they telling you?
Well, Adrienne, many of them have come far and wide to get to this point, and what you see behind me is just one of the many consequences of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. To this point, hundreds of thousands have fled into Poland alone from Ukraine, and many of them are worried about what their country back home looks like and what they'll be able to go back to. This is the humanitarian toll war takes. Yulia Makieva fled Ukraine with her family, walking over 20 miles to get to the border. They're cold, tired, but safe in Poland.
Spiritually, we are not afraid anymore. We left everything behind, the whole house. We just took our clothes.
Makieva also left behind her brother, who was drafted into the Ukrainian military 4 days ago. Are you worried about your brother?
Ви турбуєтеся за свого брата?
Very. On the other hand, there's Dasha Mashinik, who fled Kyiv with her 3 children. She also left family behind.
My mother, she stayed in Kyiv. There is a shelling right now. Our house was hit. Now they sit in the basement.
For refugees like Yulia Makieva, she just wants this nightmare to end.
I just want the war to stop.
Dasha Mashinik, meanwhile, wants more action from U.S. President Biden.
He should be threatening Putin, as Putin is a threat to the whole world.
For a lot of the people who are here, Adrienne, most of them have nowhere really to go. Some do have friends and family that live here in Europe. Most of them have made the trip here to Poland, not really sure of their sense of direction, nothing to their name except for the clothes on their back. And when all is said and done, the EU estimates that we could be looking at over 7 million displaced Ukrainians. Adrienne?
7 million. Well, what is so interesting to me is this is the first European war of our generation. In a generation of social media, it's like every time you pick up your phone, you see stories, you see children and mothers and fathers who have left their family to go fight in the war. What has been one of the most compelling things that you've seen there?
I think it's just the overall sense of resilience that we've seen from the Ukrainian people to this point. The dedication that we've seen from families in order to make this journey here to countries such as Poland, the amount of miles that have to be walked, or all the trials and tribulations that people have had to go through, but then also the sense of resilience on the front of fighting. The number of people who we've spoken with who have told us is that their family members have decided to stay and are determined to fight and defend their home country. It's that resilience that we've seen pretty countrywide that has been so compelling.
Yeah, I have never seen so many images in our modern day of men kissing their wives goodbye, kissing their children goodbye, not sure if they'll see them again, so that they can pick up a gun and defend their freedom. Thank you so much, Robert, for being there for us. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.